If you like this video even 1%, smash like button and please help us to grow more. In the first we can see, film opens on a Louisiana plantation run by the Confederate States Army in the midst of the American Civil War. Slaves are treated harshly and not allowed to speak without permission. Those who attempt to escape are killed and their bodies burned in a crematorium. A group of new slaves are brought to the plantation. Among them is a pregnant woman, whom the plantation owner, Elizabeth, names Julia and places in the care of another slave, Eden, the unwilling captive and rape victim of a Confederate general, referred to only as him. Julia asks Eden to plan an escape, having already been branded by him for an earlier failed escape attempt. Eden urges her to keep her head down. That evening, a Confederate soldier named Daniel beats Julia when she speaks to him without permission, causing her to miscarry. Eden later discovers her lifeless body hanging from her cabin's rafters. After being raped by the general, Eden falls asleep and awakens as Veronica Henley, a renowned sociologist, in the present day, which is actually several weeks ago, and is the backstory to her abduction. She is preparing to take a trip to speak at a seminar and promote her book, which is particularly hard for her because she has to leave her loving husband, Nick, and her daughter, Kennedy. While in Louisiana on her promotional tour, she meets her friends and agrees to go to dinner with them. Elizabeth, posing as a representative of a private company, sneaks into her hotel room and steals her lipstick. Veronica leaves dinner in what she believes is her Uber ride, but Elizabeth surprises her and has her husband Jasper knock her out. Veronica wakes up and tells her fellow captive Eli, whose wife had been killed during their previous failed attempt, that they will once again try to escape. She steals the general's phone while he is asleep, but drops it when Daniel walks by. Eli kills Daniel with a hatchet. As the phone can only be unlocked with facial recognition, Veronica goes back to the cabin to find that the general is awake. Eli is killed trying to protect her, and she manages to stab the general with his own sword. After unlocking the phone and sending her location to her husband. As she hides the general in the crematorium, Jasper runs into her. Veronica lures him and another guard into the crematorium and sets fire to it, leaving the three men to burn to death as she steals the general's horse and rides off. Elizabeth pursues her on horseback and reveals that she handpicked every slave on the plantation except for Veronica, whom she kidnapped at her father's insistence. Veronica knocks Elizabeth off her horse and puts a rope around her neck, dragging her along until she hits a statue of Robert E. Lee, breaking her neck. Veronica flees the pursuing soldiers into the chaos of a battle, revealing that the plantation is actually part of a civil war. Reenactment park owned by the general under his real name, Blake Denton. Veronica escapes as the police arrive to liberate the other captives. Once the truth is revealed, the park is torn down.